Yo, what is going on, guys? Shy Guy here, bringing y'all my week 1 game of the APA Indigo League. And as the week 1 game, we're gonna try to pull out a dub, but if we don't, it's whatever, because I'm not going to try hard this season. I just want to have some fun, do some cool mons. I want to try out, and hopefully get a decent record. But still, the main goal of the season is to have fun. I have other leagues I can go super try hard in. And yeah, basically all I want to say. This week we're taking on my good bud Rye and his Washington Braviaries. Rye, I've known him for quite a while now. I want to say about over half a year, which is a while to me considering I haven't had Discord that as long as people think. I think I've had Discord for about a year, I want to say, and that's when I started getting into leagues and whatnot. So I kind of met Rye at like the beginning of when I started leagues. And to give y'all a history between me and Ryan leagues, first time I played him, he 5-0'd me. Second time we played, he 4-0'd me. So if history was to continue its pattern, I guess he would 3-0 me this week. But we're not gonna give Ryan an easy fight this week. So let's take a look at this matchup we got here. So Ryan has probably one of the best, I'd say top 5 Ubers in the league that we allowed, and Mega Lucario. It's such a monster. It gets up an ST, it kind of just wins versus my team. I had no idea how to switch into this thing. Almost everything died in one hit. Everything does die in one hit. But I do have things that are faster, which helps me out versus this thing. And to pair with Mega Lucario, he's probably got the best Mega Lucario objective in the game in Zapdos, which resists its dual stab and has static, so he can get paralyzed. Zapdos is pretty hard for my team to break. I have a lower tier rock type and a lower tier ice type, so it's not the easiest mon to break. And then on top of that, he's got some nice offensive mons he brought here. Hoop Unbound, which can set up with nasty plots. I think he also gets like Z Psycho Shift, which boosts his speed to +1 or +2. And it's a good stat sweeper. Also like Choice Specs, Choice Band, Choice Scarf. Very hard to switch into. You got the Darm, which Life Orb, Flare Blitz is hurt, Scarf Flare Blitz is hurt. This thing is real. Another thing that's really hard for my team to switch into. And then he also brought some nice bulk here. Pilot Swine's pretty hard for my team to break. And if you look at like the majority of my team, it actually hits almost everything super effective, which is not good. So this thing's going to be pretty scary. I'll set up rocks so that I don't know if Mega Lucario gets rocks. I don't think it does. But this is his ideal rocker on his whole team. Look at his page. And then you got the Alomola, or the Alo. Why do I say Alomola? It's Alomola, or you just call it Alo to be easy. I'm not gonna pass off that, which is the stuff that doesn't have recovery, i.e. the Pilot Swine. Lucario gets worn down, but he thinks he can set up again. He can rush past into Lucario, stuff like that. And then on the bench, he left off the Scolipede, which makes sense because I have a Lando, Key, and Magearna. It is kind of pressured into like 4 move slot syndrome. Couldn't really break if it didn't get an SD up. He also had the Haxorus, which I thought was probably coming, but it didn't. Because if Haxorus got up to like +1, it could just win if I didn't have a Scarfer in the back. Because with a Mold Breaker, Poison Jab just OHKOs Mimikyu through its disguise. It could have been very scary. And then he also left like some other lower tier mons on the bench. Diancie, that doesn't really like matching up versus Magearna. Chestnut I thought was an okay bring, but I guess with me having the Lando, I kind of got persuaded away from that. Xatu, which is like a lower tier flying type that can bounce off hazards stuff. My team isn't really hazard based, so I guess he didn't think it was useful. And he has the X-Plow, which is a tremendous breaker. That and Darm are probably his two, and Mega Lucario are probably his best breakers. But he opted not to bring that. I thought it could have been pretty good, but it was kind of slow too, and most of my team is fast. But I think if you got it in versus like the Vaporeon or whatnot, you could have got like a very hard hitting Boom Burst off. That's his team. Let's take a look at my team. I'm not gonna go over like my whole team and what like matchup stuff, but I'm gonna look over what I brought. So first off, we have an Assault Vest Magearna. This thing shuts down like Hoop Unbound, it shut down the X Sprout if you brought it, stuff like that, that kind of stuff. Dual stab, flash cannon, and dazzling gleam. Dazzling gleam over floor cannon because I didn't want to be setup fodder for stuff like Mega Lucario and the hoop down, this is kind of like hoop down check, so don't want to be throwing that away. And then we also got Ice Beam, which I tacked on there for Zapdos, so I get a hefty chunk. And we got Volt Switch to gain momentum. His only electric immunity is the Piloswine, and that doesn't like switching it on Magear now, so I figured that'd be a nice Volt Switch. And then we got a Bolty Landorus, which was carrying rocks, and then it had Earthquake, D-turn for pivoting, and knock off the Piloswine. You feel like you're just an item to like cripple his team. And we had the Pasho Berry, which allowed us to take a water type move, and this was from my direct Scorpy check because the rest of my team kind of got bodied by Scorpy. So I think this thing was super important. It was my best rock of this matchup too, so I figured it would be a good bring. Get the Lycanroc midday. I felt very obligated to bring Lycanroc into this matchup. We got Zapdos, which is hard to break. We've got Darmanitan, Scolipede. I think some other stuff that don't like rock type attacks. Xatu, hard-hitting Stone Edges can break for his team. So we got a Life Orb, Stone Edge, a Cell Rock. We got Drill Run for the Mega Lucario and a Diancie. Obviously, I wouldn't stay on the Mega Lucario, but if I didn't want him getting a free switch in on, say, on the Cell Rock, I could predict we can go for the Drill Run and get a hefty chunk off on that thing, and it's also gonna hit the Diancie really hard. And then I had Zen Headbutt. I didn't really need a fourth move. I could run an SD, but I didn't really like setup. I actually didn't bring a setup mod on this team. Oh, that's weird. I guess I could have brought SD over what I did bring, which was Zen Headbutt for the Chestnut, but I think I only did like 40%, so I wasn't staying on Chestnut anyways. So Swords Dance probably would have been better. Actually, no, Swords Dance wasn't the thing because he has a Mega Lucario priority. Duh, I'm stupid. And then we got Scarfladios. This was meant for Hacksters getting up to +1. If I didn't have Scarfladios, I just lost. Well, if it was in range of a Cell Rock from Lycanroc, it didn't beat me. But I didn't want, you never know what happened. So, Latios is a pretty nice pick. Also, that's going to have to be like Scarfdarm, Scarfoopa. Yeah, you can live like a Vacuum Wave, a Bullet Punch, a Mach Punch from the Mega Lucario, and then do a hefty chunk with Psychic. Then we have Psyshock, Draco, Ice Beam, and Trick. For like Aloe, doesn't want to have a Scarf. Chestnut doesn't want to have a Scarf. Diancie doesn't want to have a Scarf. Piloswine doesn't want to have a Scarf. A lot of stuff doesn't want to have a Scarf. So I think Trick would be nice. Got a Mega Nectric. Mega Nectric outspeeds his whole team unscarfed. And I can run a Modest this matchup. A little bit of Bolt, nice amount of Bolt, and still be able to outspeed everything. We got Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Overheat for the Chestnut, and Hidden Power Ice. I regret bringing Hidden Power Ice because he didn't bring the Haxorus, and now I wish I brought Hidden Power Grass. That's kind of annoying. I wish I didn't bring Hidden Power Grass, but I was more worried about the Haxorus, or being the setup water for the Haxorus, and being able to Piloswine decently hard, but that's whatever. And then we have a Bulky Vaporeon. I think I originally had like Incineroar with Choco Berry, but I realized, okay, Piloswine hits my whole team super effectively with dual stab. Vaporeon would probably be nice. Also can switch into Darmanitan. We have, so Vaporeon had really hard 4 move slot syndrome. It needed Scald, obviously. You don't have a Vaporeon set without Scald. It needed Wish to stay healthy. It needed Heal Bell to heal off like toxic spikes from the Scolipede, toxic and other stuff. And then it needed Roar, so it wasn't set up fodder for the Haxorus. So I wasn't able to run Wish Protect. I'm usually not a fan of running Wish Protect, but sometimes you kind of need it. But this matchup, I couldn't afford it. So yep, that's a team. And yeah, we're gonna play the match. So I figured that leading off with my Vaporeon was my best lead because Piloswine is his best lead. It matches up super well with Stalando, which is my obvious lead, or it matches up well with like us. Focus Sash, Lycanroc with rocks. So I'm gonna lead off with the Vaporeon. I'm gonna keep it at normal speed for now. And I'm gonna lead off with the Vaporeon, and we do get the prediction right with the Piloswine. As you can see, he's gonna switch out and go into his Aloe. And I figured that's the freest Scald in my life. So we're gonna go with the Scald. and we do pick up a burn. And this is just the start of a pretty hacksy match overall. There's a lot of hacks, whether it mattered or not. I did, just to show y'all now, this aloe doesn't have leftovers, so this burn is like super annoying for him, because now he's getting chipped 6% every turn. And while that prevents him from getting toxic, which is nice, aloe is an Oman that really stays in for more than 3 turns. It's usually going to switch in, get a click wish, click protect, and then switch out. Or it's going to click wish and then switch out. So I'll play out, click protect, get the wish and something else. So I think the burn is nice. And so after this play, Vaporeon can't touch aloe. I didn't want to like roaring it out or whatever. So I just felt like going into my Magearna because of the toxic. The only way aloe can touch Vaporeon, not Vaporeon. Only way aloe can touch Vaporeon is with toxic. So I figured that toxic was super obvious, and it would be a good idea to click that. Or it'd be a good idea to go into Magearna, predicting the toxic, let the thing take another 6% off burn. I get my Magearna for free, even though I kind of need Magearna. So if he went Scald and I got burnt, that would have been pretty bad. But we didn't get burnt, and we didn't switch in on a Scald, so it all works out. After this play, I don't know if he will stay in, but if he does, I'm gonna have to talk off the Volt Switch. That's what we're gonna do to take the burn chip. He's gonna go for the wish. I put the Volt Switch, and he's down to about 22%. I knocked off 50%. I don't really know much about this Alice, but I wasn't counting, to be honest. But this would be a good opportunity to get my Mega Manectric and Mega Evolve. Although having Mega Manectric in regular form is nice for Zapdos, so I can't freely click Thunderbolt, I still think that having a Mega Manectric is better than having a regular Manectric in the back. So that's what we're gonna do right here, even if he does go for the Protect. So we're just gonna get Megadol up here. So he's gonna go for Set Protect. If I just go for the Volt Switch, I think. Yep. Because I don't know if he's going to Pilo there. So now I predict him to go into Pilo Swine. I go Vaporeon as he goes into Pilo Swine. Now again, it's kind of a situation free of Scald in my life. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna score another burn. And that's pretty annoying for him because if you look at my team, Piloswine hits everything pretty hard, so it getting burnt means it's not gonna OHKO Manectric with an Earthquake. It's probably not gonna go. Probably OHKO's Lycanroc. It's not gonna be able to do as much to Lando with Ice Shard. We're getting another Earthquake. I don't know about Latias, but that burn's super annoying. And I felt I was feeling kind of bad for this. Like, dang, I just picked up 2 Skull burns on 2 out of 2 Skulls. I got 2 Skull burns. Feeling kind of bad, but it's the game we play. It's Scald. It's probably gonna burn, even though it's only a 30% chance. So I'm just gonna play out the match. He goes for his rocks here. I guess predicting me like make some weird doubles, and he goes into his Zapdos here on another Scald. This one doesn't burn, and this play I'm like, okay, I need to switch out. Let me go into my beginner. I can eat up almost any hit. That's what we're gonna do as he goes for the Discharge, and that only does like 16%. So that's really nice. And I figure I just go Ice Beam. I don't really see a reason for him to switch out. But he goes into his Darn. Like with the Ice Beam, I basically let the Darn get in for free. We don't find out much about it because Darn doesn't run leftovers. And it's gonna be kind of scary. I do switch out my Vaporeon off of predicting the player, but he just goes for U-turn. So as you can see, I'm kind of losing momentum. I could have Volt switched on the Zapdos, but I didn't think he'd go into Darn. I lost momentum there. And then I probably should have stayed in with the Magearna to be aggressive, because there's no reason for me to just throw my Magearna away that early. So the U-turn was pretty obvious there, but it's fine. He goes into his Hoopa Unbound here, which is an interesting play, and he goes for the Thunderbolt, takes me down to 3%, gets a Para, and then I get full parried. And I clicked Wish there, so if I clicked Wish and then gone out into something else, I could have got something safe, because Hoopa's not going to OHKO anything right away, especially not with Thunderbolt, except my Vaporeon. But he also could predict that Protect and go for like a nasty fly here. I could have done some mind games with that, but that's pretty annoying. It's not the end of the world of the game, but it's, like I said, annoying. So I say, yeah, this Vaporeon's not really doing much. It's gonna die to rocks. I'm just sack it off. Get my free switch into Jimmy or D-Jimmy, which is my Landorus. Yeah, I found out he wasn't scarfed, so free U-turn to my life, and that's what we're gonna do. He is not static. That means I get a free U-turn, and I go out into my Lycanroc here. And Stone Edge switch-ins are not that good on his team. I think not a lot of stuff to take it, so I'm just gonna click it. He goes to Stone Edge, and he turns out to be Charty Berry, which means that he would have lived it if I had not got the crit. And that's probably the most haxiest part of the match, because his Zapdos would have lived, and then even, I don't know what he went for, but if he went for, say, Discharge, he could have paired my Lycanroc and make that thing so much less useful in this match. We just end up OHKOing with Zapdos, which is pretty bad for him. Zapdos is pretty good versus his team. He goes into his Mega Lucario. The obvious switch in, clicks the priority move, Lycanroc just drops. And so I go into my Landorus, predicting either the Bullet Punch or the Mach Punch. And I get the Intimidate off, but he actually turns out to be a special set with Vacuum Wave. And he got a crit there. That crit didn't matter at all, I don't think. Well, it might have. Well, I don't know. I don't think it did, though. It didn't matter off like Landorus living and attacker. Yeah, I will say that. But he doesn't know what I might. He can think I'm Scarf because I just clicked U-turn out on the Hoopa. And so he can't really stay in here. And so I thought this was a perfect opportunity to get my rocks up, which can chip the Darm down. And so I'm going to go for it. He does indeed switch out. And goes into the Aloe. This Aloe, well, since I have the Pasture Bear, I can get a Scald from Aloe easy. If I get burned, it's whatever. This thing's not super useful anymore. He doesn't have the Skull Bead. Yeah, I got my rocks up. He doesn't have any more removal left on his team. This thing did its job already, so I'm just gonna go for the knockoff. Knockoff, it's Rocky Helmet, which is nice. And he's gonna go for a Wish. And I don't remember what I do here. I go into Manectric on the Protect. And he goes Scald. It's gonna do a little bit. Aloe's special attack garbage, so it's doing nothing. I think I break the Pilot Swan to come in here, so I go for the Overheat, and that's gonna bring it down super low. Now I take the special attack drop. And this is where I kind of make a weird play, because I could just overhit here and knock it out because he's only at 12%. But if I missed and he went for Earthquake, my Manectric would have taken so much damage. And I still think this thing is pretty useful. Obviously, with me, with the Mega Lucario, I take a Vacuum Wave and knock it out with Overheat. So I didn't want to throw this thing away just yet. And so I go into my Gearna. Now it's kind of weird because, you know, it's a Pilot Swan, he's probably going to put Earthquake versus my Electric type. But he probably thinks I just put Overhit can't hurt a hidden power that knocks it out. Like Hidden Power Grass. And so I think he goes for the Ice Shard here. And so I go into my Gearna. And he clicks Ice Spear. And because of the burn, it's only doing like 2 hits, 2% each hit. Would have been on 4, I think, if it didn't burn. And that might matter, actually. We'll see. Oh, how much hit he gets in the meter. So I just go Dazzling Gleam. I went Dazzling Gleam because it was pretty spammable. And I get the special attack. He's not a Pilot Swan. He goes into Darm. I'm not staying on Darm this time. I go into my Landorus, which can intimidate this thing. It is my best sack. So that's what I ended up doing. And he gets a little bit of chip in the Lando. Darmanitan. I enter my Lycanroc, his Cell Rock, he goes into his Aloe. I put Drill Run, not wanting him to get into his Mega Lucario. That's what Drill Run's for. Not just like in like the whole matchup, but this matchup specifically, the whole reason I have Drill Run is coming out with the Mega Lucario to get it for free. Otherwise I just click Rock moves and he's gonna struggle. This play I predict the Wish, because he's kinda low. And you know, he probably wants his Aloe as healthy as possible for Adios. And this Lycanroc mainly. It's not his most useful member, but it's still nice to have around. And so I just click Stone Edge here. I'm predicting the Wish. Take a little bit of life works, whatever. He does go for the Wish. And I predict the Protect here because he lost his Mega Manectric on the spot. He lost not. Bro, I'm stumbling over my words all day. I don't know why. He would lose his Aloe if I click Stone Edge again. So I went into Mega Electric on the rate to protect, to take rock damage. I get the Intimidate off, that doesn't matter. And he misses a Toxic. And that doesn't matter in the end game, but it's still just kind of like annoying because the Toxic would have been nice to put this thing in like range of a Vacuum Wave from the Lucario. That's really annoying. And at this point, he doesn't have a Thunderbolt switch in, so I just go for the T-Bolt. He just sacks with the Aloe. Like I said, it's probably his least useful member at this point. Darm's the only way of breaking the gear to Hoopa him down. I don't know what it is, but it probably does. Yeah, actually, I don't know how he's going down with this matchup. And then the Mega Lucario is needed for like Lycan Rock and stuff. And just kind of hurt my team. And he goes for Hoopa Unbound here. I don't want this thing setting up. I go for Thunderbolt. It does clean half. And he's gonna knock me out in hard ground. And so I go into my Lycan Rock here. Again, don't want to get the Mega Lucario for free. Drill Run's actually pretty free here though, as it does over this thing. And we can knock out the Unbound. And now here comes the Mega Lucario. I look at this thing, I say, this thing's nice for Darm, but I have a Scarf Latias, which isn't gonna get OHKO'd by anything from the Darm. Unless he's like Banded U-turn. So I figured I don't need my Lightning Rock this matchup. And he's on like, after rock, let's see, what percent he's at? He's at 53, so he'd be at 28 switching in on the rocks. So, I don't know how much it was worth it to keep this Lycan Rock around. I don't really have a switch in either way. So I'm just going to sack it off to the Vacuum Wave here. And I go to my Magirna, which is my best check. This thing at 60%. He goes to the Nasty Plot. As I go to Dazzling, not only do we get 2 Nasty Plots, he's going to go for the Aura Sphere. We do live it on a chunk. We knock it out with Dazzling Gleam. Get the special attack boost, it doesn't matter. He goes into his Dark Manadan. He's gonna knock me out with the Rock Slide, because showing me he's most likely Scarf, because that's the best way to hit Latias. We go into Latias, we click Psychic, and we do win the game. So that's a GG. That's a GG to Rai. Unfortunately, this game was pretty hacky. I'm sorry, Rai, that I wouldn't say he auto lost. Without, if I didn't get the hack, he auto won if I got the hack. He probably did win though. Obviously based on how close this game was. But other than the hacks, it was a pretty good game. You know, it's the game we play. I don't think there's ever such thing as a clean match. I mean, there probably is, because there are some really short games. Like Mega Charizard X lead 6-0 sweeps. But that's a joke for the APA Indigo League. Yeah, that's it for now. GG to Rai. I'll have my my regular plugs in the description. Thank you all for watching. If y'all like the video, like it. If y'all dislike it, dislike it. And I'll see you guys back for week 2. Later.